Hello everyone, this is the Sports Spiral, and today I'm going to review week 2 of the NFL games, and I'm going to preview the slate of week 3 games, so I'm just going to get right into this. In week 2, the Thursday night game was Washington getting it done in a close one over the Giants. Heineke for Washington, he was 30 for 46 for 336, 2 touchdowns and an interception. And Jones for the Giants, he was 22 of 32 for 249, a touchdown. He was also the Giants' leading rusher with 9 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown, but Washington gets it done in that one. The defense doesn't look too great, allowing 29, but Washington gets it done in that one. Both of these teams, we don't know too much about them, but they look pretty mediocre, like they have been the past few years. And then the Sunday games, we had the Broncos able to beat the Jaguars 23-13. It's clearly going to take some time to for the Jaguars to get used to everything. I think if they get a good rebuild, it will have to be a long rebuild. So yeah, things are not looking the best this season for the Jaguars. Uh, for the Broncos, Bridgewater was good. He was 26 of 34 for 328 and 2 touchdowns. Lawrence for the Jaguars was not good. He was 14 of 33. That is not a good passing percentage. For 118, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. So not good for Trevor Lawrence. As the Jaguars get beat by 10 points in that one. And then next up, Chicago was able to beat the Bengals in a close one, 20-17. And Andy Dalton did get injured in this game, so it looks like Fields will be the quarterback, which, yeah, Fields will make some mistakes, but I think he's the right choice for Chicago because you can develop him, you can turn him into a superstar. He already, it's pretty talented. He just needs to be more consistent. So here are the stats. Burrow, he was 19 of 30 for 207, 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. And then Fields, he was 6 of 13 for 60 yards and an interception, replacing Dalton in that one. And then we had the Browns over 10 against the Texans. That was 31-21. Taylor got injured in this one, but it's informed that Deshaun Watson is not going to play for them now. He's not going to replace Taylor, so it's going to be Mills for the Texans, so that's not good for the Texans. Taylor, he was 10 of 11, 125 and a touchdown before getting injured. And then for the Browns, Mayfield was 19 of 21 for 213, a touchdown and an interception in that one. And then we had the Rams getting it done in a close one over the Colts. Stafford was 19 of 30 for 278, 2 touchdowns and an interception. And Wentz was 20 of 31 for 247, a touchdown and a pick. Then we had the Bills, who were able to win against the Dolphins in a shutout, 35-0, but Tua was injured in this one. So yeah, I guess we'll see if he'll be able to come back, but he is currently injured. So yeah, Josh Allen, he was 17 of 33 for 179, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Brissett, who replaced Tua, he was 24 of 40 for 169 and an interception, that one in that blowout game. And then another blowout game was the Patriots over the Jets, 25-6, an easy win for the Patriots. Mack Jones was pretty good. He was 22 of 30 for 186. Zach Wilson was not. He was 19 of 33 for 210, but 4 interceptions. That is not good. He'll have to learn as he goes here, being a rookie in the NFL. And then we had the 49ers getting it done in a close one, low scoring against the Eagles. Garoppolo was 22 of 30 for 189 and a touchdown. Hurts, he was not the best. He was 12 of 23 for 190 in that low-scoring game that the 49ers were able to win. And then we have the Raiders. They were able to beat the Steelers. But every year it seems to me that the Raiders always do really well in the first 5 or 6 games, but then the Raiders do not do well in the second half of the year. Just they always look like a playoff caliber team at some points in the year, and then they kind of fade off. So we'll see if they can keep it consistent this year. A 26-17 win against the Steelers. Carr has looked great. He was 28 of 37 for 382 and 2 touchdowns. For the Steelers, Roethlisberger was 27 of 40 for 295, a touchdown and an interception, and the Raiders were able to win that one over the Steelers. And then this was an upset. The Panthers over the Saints. The Saints had blown out the Packers the past week, but stuff like this can happen in the NFL. It's no surprise because teams aren't super unbalanced or anything. So a 26-7 win for the Panthers. Winston for the Saints, he was 11 of 22 for 111 and 2 interceptions. It'll be interesting to see if he throws a lot of interceptions this year like he did when he was with the Bucs. But for the Panthers, Darnold was 26 of 38 for 305, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. They won that one 26-7. The Cardinals got it done in a close one with a last-second missed field goal for the Vikings, 34-33 in that one. Cousins was 22 of 32 for 244 and 3 touchdowns. Kyler Murray, he was 29 of 36 for 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. So yeah, a close one there. And that one, and then we had the Bucs versus the Falcons, and this was a close one in the fourth quarter. It's 28-25 in the fourth quarter. Bucs were up by 3, a 3-point game, but then the Bucs just pulled ahead and to win by 23 all in one quarter. So yeah, Matt Ryan, he was 35 of 46 for 300, 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Tom Brady, he was incredible. He was 24 of 36 for 276, 5 touchdowns for him, and another good game for the Buccaneers, who are looking like they could easily defend the Super Bowl. And then the Cowboys, they won a close one over the Chargers by a field goal. Prescott, he was okay. He was 23 of 27 for 237 and an interception. Herbert, he was not the best. 31 of 41 for 338 and a touchdown, but 2 interceptions for him in that one. As the Cowboys were able to win a close one over the Chargers. And then the Titans knocked off the Seahawks in overtime, 33-30. Tannehill was 27 of 40 for 347, but Henry, 35 carries. Number one, that is a ton of carries for 182 and 3 touchdowns. So a big game there for Derrick Henry. He had a lot of big games, but a really big one there. And then the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, he was 22 of 31 for 343 and 2 touchdowns. But the Titans and Derrick Henry get it done in that one. And then the Sunday night game is where the Ravens were finally able to beat the Chiefs. Lamar Jackson's first win over the Chiefs. Mahomes was 24 of 31 for 343 and 3 touchdowns and an interception. Jackson was 18 of 26 for 239, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. But Jackson on the ground, 16 carries for 107 and 2 touchdowns, and the Ravens are able to beat the Chiefs with Lamar Jackson for the first time. So a big win there for Lamar Jackson, and we'll see how the Ravens do over the rest of the season. And then the Monday night game was the Packers over the Lions. They were able to win that one with a second half 35-17. Goff was 26 of 36 for 246, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Rodgers was 22 of 27 for 255 and 4 touchdowns. And the Packers are able to win that one after the disappointing opener. And now here are my picks for Week 3. So the Thursday night game, I have the Panthers in a close one over the Texans. I think they'll start out 3-0. I was not expecting this. But yeah, looks like the Panthers will start out 3-0 against the Texans, who Taylor's injured and Watson will not play for them. So I've got the Panthers 30-24 in that one. And then the Cardinals are going against the Jaguars. The Jaguars, they're a redeveloping team. They haven't got things together yet. They've lost by a combined total of like 26 or 27 points, so it's not been good for the Jaguars. I don't think this will be a good game either. I think this would be a pretty simple win for the Cardinals, 34-20 over the Jaguars. And then I think the Bills will be able to get it done versus the Washington football team, 27-17. It's my prediction for that one. The Browns going against the Bears. I believe Fields will start for the Bears. We'll see how much he plays, though. I've got the Browns in that one, 28-19. And then the Ravens, following their win versus the Chiefs, I think they will be able to get another against the Lions, 31-20. My pick for that one. And then we have an AFC South matchup. The Titans against the Colts. I've got the Titans in a close one here, 30-27. I've got Derrick Henry getting it done in that one. And then the Chiefs, I think they will be able to win a pretty close game against the Chargers. This would be a pretty good one, 31-24. It's my pick for that game. And then the Saints are going against the Patriots. This should also be a pretty good one. I've got the Saints 33-27. We will see how Mack Jones does, and we'll also see how Jameis Winston does after that loss to the Panthers. And then I think the Giants will be able to knock off the Falcons 27-20. And I've got the Steelers over the Bengals 30-23. I've got the Broncos over the Jets 30-16. We'll see if Zach Wilson can do any better because he was not good in Week 2. I've got the Raiders by 11 over the Dolphins because the Dolphins do not have Tua because of an injury, so that should be not a pretty easy win there for the Raiders. I don't think it'll be too difficult for the Raiders in that one. And then a really good game here. This is the Buccaneers versus the Rams. You will see what the Rams look like. This is their first true test against a really good team in the Buccaneers, the defending champions. I've got the Bucs in this one, 31-27. I've got the Seahawks in a close one over the Vikings, 37-36. This should be pretty high scoring. We will see how that one goes. And then another good game here, it's the 49ers and the Packers. I think the 49ers get it done in this one, 35-27. And then finally we have the Cowboys going against the Eagles. This should be a pretty close one as well. I've got the Cowboys in that one, 30-26. So a pretty good slate of games here. So yeah, make sure to subscribe. And that's going to do it for this video. This is the Sports Spiral. Bye.